Okay. What's up, y'all? Welcome to my channel of Goon Guidance. Goon, Goone. God over universal negative energy. And on this channel, it's about self-empowerment. It's about honoring the God within you. And since you honor with the God within yourself and others, you choose that over universal negative energy. So that means you will choose to, since you love yourself, you will choose to not put yourself in certain situations and deal with certain people. That is the point of this channel, to teach you how to redirect your thought patterns and your habits to be more effective and more empowering to yourself. I am Goon. That means Mother Goon. What's up? This is my religion. This is what I created. This is what I stand for, baby. What's up? So on this channel, also, I do energy readings. They're like tarot readings, but they're actually energy readings. These cards I have created myself, and in those readings, you can schedule a reading with me on my website at goonguidance.org. All the information you want me, social media, my website, my PayPal, if you want to send a chick some money, what's up with it, down below in the description box. But on those sessions, and I don't have to pull cards, you can just get an actual session with me, but I ask to pull cards to help better guide me, to give you the wisdom that you need to hear. But during those sessions, I pull cards to get the energy of your situation, and then I will give you the wisdom that of my own personal, without my feelings and without my own bias. I will give you like godly, I call them godly messages. That's what I call them, godly messages, because I'm channeling from source. I always let the higher power use me. So yeah, if you want a session like that, book me down below, baby. What's up with it? And if you want to really figure it out, I do weekly readings on my channel. They call Sunday's Best. If you want to just check out one of my readings, period. See how I read, see how I talk to you, see like I talk back. But yeah, so on today's video, I'm reading that intro is long, but I really be needing y'all to know like what I represent, what I stand for. But on today's video, this is called Thug Therapy Poetry. And on these videos of Thug Therapy, I read to you something I have written, and then I break it down to you so you have a true comprehension of what it stands for. Because I can read to you a poem and it sounds beautiful, poetic, intellectual, all that, but you may not understand that shit say. It may just sound nice. I want you to actually have a comprehension. I don't want you to have an understanding. I want you to have an overstanding. An understanding is having a concept. An overstanding is having comprehension. I'd rather you have a comprehension than a concept, baby. What's up? Yes. What could I say? I don't rap. I illustrate. I don't paint pictures. I picture paint, baby. I want to paint a picture for you, baby. Okay, so today's poem. Oh, I do pray in my videos. I call upon the Most High and Divine. I welcome you into this video. I send nothing but positive energy for me and for the recipients of these videos. I thank you for waking me and anybody that's watching this video. I thank you for rising up out the bed and allowing us to put 10 toes down. I ask that you guide these 10 toes that we do have. If we ain't got 10, still got the other, whatever we got. But I thank you for all you've done and all that you will do. Thank you. Okay, so the name of this poem, y'all just have poems. The name of this poem is called Acnestis. Acnestis. If I said it wrong, I spelled it out for you. You do it yourself. Okay. Now, acnestis. The definition for that word is part of the skin one cannot reach to scratch. That is what that means. So that's that scratch you just can't itch. It irritates you. Now, let's get to it. The poem, Acnestis. The reason anger is so hard to control is because it is an emotional pain paired with fear. The emotional pain is so unbearable that the mind fears going through it again. Therefore, the mind triggers an emotional response of anger to validate retaliation. This retaliation becomes an acnestis to the mind until the act is executed. Again, acnestis is an itch you cannot scratch. It becomes an acnestis to the mind. Anger is a coping mechanism to convince the individual they are facing the emotions instead of what is actually happening. Running. What is actually happening is you are running. Anger is running from the emotional pain by inflicting more pain to self or to others, mostly to self. Anger becomes an itch you can never scratch because it only hides the real pain. Now, I'm gonna get better at filming these videos. I'm probably gonna read it all the way through, but I feel like certain things I had to really accent for y'all. So I'm gonna go through and break down really, I ain't gonna say sentence by sentence, but concept by concept too, because to have a comprehension, you have to understand all the concepts. When you have an understanding, you just have like an understanding of probably just the main concept. When you have a comprehension, you have a understanding, which is a concept of all the factors. I'd rather you have an understanding of all the factors, which makes comprehension, than you just have a understanding of of just reading a poem. If that, like, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, slack. So yeah, I promote comprehension. And I promote that down below. If you have a question about anything that I say, please, real life, I will answer. I love to do that. I love to promote comprehension, because awareness is if you check out, I post something on Mondays called mental masterclasses, which I speak on different topics, and the one of this week was awareness. Awareness is a very strong thing. So awareness brings comprehension. It does bring understanding, but it brings comprehension. It leads. That is the first key. Awareness is the first thing. So Acnestis, it's an itch you cannot scratch. So the first sentence is, the reason anger is so hard to control is because it is an emotional pain paired with fear. Let's stop there. So you have to be triggered. I'll go to the next sentence. It probably leads to the next sentence. You have to be triggered. The pain came from somewhere. Whether, let's give a scenario, you were cheated on. Okay, you were cheated. You witnessed the cheating. That was the pain. That was the emotional pain. That was the trigger. Then it led to anger. Now, we're not going to say what you do after the anger, because you can have anger and you can deal with it. We're not saying anger is bad. No. When you let anger consume you, that's when it becomes a problem. When you let anger become an acnestis, an itch you can't scratch, that's when you let anger consume you. Because when you itching, you choose to scratch that itch. Real shit. I try to avoid scratching my skin. I don't scratch my skin so sexy. But I try to avoid scratching my skin. You know, I got thug marks. You know, I've been through some shit. But I'm very intellectual. So when y'all be, I'll just say this. I'm gonna say this throughout all my channel. If you watch my videos, I'm probably gonna say this a lot. You thinking too loud. But nothing. I just, you thinking loud. So I'm responding to y'all thoughts. Real shit. But I try not to scratch myself. If I feel an itch, I'll just try to rub it aggressively, or like try to put friction on it, because it's just particles on the skin. That's all it is. So you just try to put friction on it and it dusts away those particles. So, but no, the reason anger is so hard to control is because it is the emotional pain paired with fear. Let's go back to the cheating situation. When you talk a lot, you get the phone. I don't like that. But when you go through an emotional pain and you get angry, fear is what fuels anger, because you are fearing of going through that pain again. Death. Well, no, you can't really fear death, because you can't get angry. Yeah, let's go to death. Let's go to death. Let's leave the cheating. Your homie get killed. Anger would be you just going out killing other people. Not the person that killed your homie, but just going out killing other people, because now you have an anger in you that you can't, a pain in you don't know how to cope with. Anger is a coping mechanism. Coping is not dealing. Coping is covering. Conquering is dealing. Coping is not conquering. Coping is just dealing with the pain and acting like it's not there. Coping is acting like you don't feel the pain and you acting like you're just everything's all right. That's coping. Pretending, that is coping. Pretending is coping. So when you have anger and it's paired with fear of feeling that pain again, that's where anger comes from. And again, I'm saying anger is not bad, but when you let the anger consume you, because when you let the anger consume you, you're letting the fear consume you as well. And first let's break down what fear is. At the spectrum, you have love and you have fear. Love is the greatest frequency. It's the most powerful thing there is. Through love, you can do all things. Through love for yourself and through love for God. Boom. Period. So love is the greatest frequency. And at the end of the spectrum, at the other end of the spectrum of frequencies and stuff like that, you have fear. Fear is the most low vibrational thing. But fear and love have the same impact when they are being used. Fear can control somebody. If somebody has you at gunpoint, they're using fear against you. Now, I look at fear as an opportunity to express courage. That's how I look at fear. Whenever I feel fearful, I always say, what am I afraid of? And I conquer it. That's how I deal with fear. But fear and love have the same impact, but love will always win because it's a vibration. It's a state of being. Fear is also a state of being, but it's low vibrational. So it takes a lot of fear. It takes a lot more energy to do fear. That's why when you're angry, you get tired quick. People that are always angry, you notice they look tired. That's why you stress. Anger brings stress because once you think about anger is like putting your body in a fight or flight mode. That is anger. Anger leads to stress because you are putting your body in a fight or flight mode because you are letting you're trying to cover your emotional pain instead of dealing with it. Love is dealing with it. That's why love is so calming. It's caressing. Anger is so aggressive. It's like you can't control it. That's why you can't control it, because it's not meant to be. Fear is not meant to be controlled. Fear is meant to be killed. You're supposed to kill that shit. You're not supposed to you're not supposed to tend to it. You're supposed to kill it. Real shit. Whenever you see fear, dead that shit. I talk to myself and I say, I meet fear at the door and I say, bitch, you gotta get out. I got shit popping up in here. It's love up in here. You gotta go. So it's anger paired with fear. It's deadly. Because you can have anger by itself. But once you start pairing it with fear, and the way you differentiate is how you retaliate. What do you do once you get angry? What is the first thing you do? If the first thing you do is to snap out and go hurt somebody, that's anger paired with fear, because you're not dealing with it. Once you get angry, you should sit down and talk to yourself, because you're talking, and the anger is coming from within, so you need to talk to you. Once you get angry, you should not start doing actions. That's not it. Anger is an emotion, so you should not be doing actions. You need to be talking. That's the only action you need to be doing. You need to learn how to vocalize and walk yourself through the anger. Next sentence. The emotional pain is so unbearable that the mind fears going through it again. Therefore, the mind triggers an emotional response to validate retaliation. Again, going off of the second sentence, the emotional pain is so unbearable that the mind fears going through it again. That's why you retaliate, because you're so fearful that I'm going to feel this pain. I'm going to feel my wife cheating on me again, so I'm going to just kill her so she never does it again. That's anger validating your retaliation. That is anger validating retaliation, killing her so I won't have to do it again. Let's say your homie died, but all you saw was a dude with a prison tattoo of a fucking rose, like just something like a fucking cross on their shoulder or a cross on their neck. That's all you saw. So if you see anybody else with a cross on their neck, you kill them. But you done killed 20 people. Bitch, you had one homie, 20 people didn't kill him. Or you just saw the type of gun they had. So anybody you see with that gun, you kill them. Or you saw they had glasses. Or you saw they had a certain type of sneakers. That's like you picking one thing to focus on instead of focusing on self. You focus on external resources to make you happy. That is not going to fix the anger. Because again, anger is pain paired with fear. Of feeling that pain again. That is anger. Pain paired with fear. Of feeling that anger, of feeling that pain again. That's why anger is so uncontrollable, because it is pain paired with fear. You have to remove the fear, so therefore you have to stop and express what you are fearful of, and that is feeling that pain again. So you must express where that pain is rooting from. That's why it's so crucial to not just DJ Mustard released a song called Perfect 10 off an album. It was dedicated to Nipsey Hussle, called Perfect 10. I highly suggest that song. Fuck where your rolls at, where your bros at, where your backbone, nigga, where your code at, where your down since they want real bros at, what them stories that you tell them don't fold at, where your heart, nigga, where your soul at. We got old school ways, we expose that. Shit ain't guaranteed, but you know that. People die every day, can't control that. When you get angry, you are mad, you are fearful of pain, but the pain is out of your control. Shit, when you get angry, usually it's at shit that is out of your control. People die every day, can't control that. And in that song, it had an interview that Nips had. I said Nippy, I'm sorry. That Nip had. Man, peace to legends. Man, respect your legends, respect your elders. Come on now. So, he said, we have to change the way that we react. It's like it's like a disease. You treat it with the same medicine for so long, the body becomes immune. You treat anger with the same shit so long, it becomes immune. You become dead to it. That way of acting is dead. And me, myself, I had to experience this. This is my second time filming the video. The first time I filmed it, it was after a situation where I could have snapped out and really fought somebody, but then I had to calm down. I said, what was the point? I'm doing that, I will be taking a penitentiary chance, which I'm not. I got shit to lose. Like when you get angry, you gotta really figure out why you're angry, the trigger. And then, first of all, you need to remember you have shit to lose. You are a human being on this earth, so therefore you have a purpose. You have shit to lose. You have a legacy to lose. So you really gotta figure out which retaliation is best. Because if you move with a cause, that's different. Like, let's say somebody killed your homie and you know who did it and you killed that person. Okay, that's street justice. I can't say shit on that. That's street justice. That's eye for an eye. That's moving with a cause, though. You killed that one person and you ended that shit. You ain't trying to kill everybody. You just trying to do that one person. If your wife cheated on you, you divorced and took that bitch for everything she got. Period. Let it go. Let it go. So it's moving with a cause. That's different. Anger, you really not moving with a cause because you fearful. It's not moving with a cause. It's moving with worry. Because when you are angry, you usually fuck up and miss shit because your emotions are clouding your judgment. You don't see everything. Your intuition is not guiding you because you are angry. You have fear. Intuition don't work with fear. Period. God, and then God will tell you this. God say, I talk loud, but you hear me though. The ones that listen hear. The ones that have ears to hear. The ones that have eyes to see. But we have to develop our eyes. At one point, we didn't listen that well because we let fear and other things judge us. We let external resources move us. We have to develop this. Real shit. People that have been through shit, we have to develop these gifts that God gave us. Real shit, you know? And don't let nobody make you feel bad about where you at in life, period. I just want to say that real quick. But do you have, therefore, the mind triggers an emotional response of anger to validate retaliation. Retaliation, I ain't gonna say retaliation is bad, but in this situation it is. I don't say retaliation, I say moving with a purpose. To me, if you say I retaliated, that means you acted out of emotion. Retaliation to me is acting out of emotion, so I don't condone retaliation. Cause it's like if you really had a cause, it wouldn't even be retaliation. It would be like you doing some real shit. Like that eye for an eye shit, it wouldn't even be retaliation. It'll be he handled his business. That's handling your business. Moving with a cause is handling your business. Retaliation is moving with emotion. It's different. So, therefore, the mind triggers an emotional response to validate retaliation. This retaliation becomes an acnestis. Let dyslexic work with bitch. Oh, and I use bitch as a term of endearment, and I do cuss in my shit. Real shit. I haven't because I haven't had a chance to, and I'm not trying to just open that bitch and I'm ratchet, but you ain't gotta see that. But because if you don't like cussing, I'm gonna tell you, bitch. That's a term of endearment. Now if I call you a raggedy bitch, that's something different. But the retaliation becomes an Acnestis to the mind until the act is executed. And I stop there because I want to edit that. Even after you execute the act, you don't feel better. After retaliation, let's go back to the killing the wife. You killed the wife. She's dead. She betrayed you, okay? What did you get? She dead now. You going to jail. Now you gotta live with. Now you have to deal with the pain. If anything, God put you in that situation, so now you have to deal with the pain. You have to deal with the anger. You have to sit down with yourself and talk to yourself. Because you in a 4x4, nigga. You in a 4x4. Ooh, I'm black, so look, I'm going to say what I say. Mind your business. But you in a 4x4 now, so you got to talk to yourself. Real shit, you got to. But it's like, what? Now you taking penitentiary chances. Like, real, y'all have to think about shit like this. But it becomes an Acnestis for the mind. Anger is like, since anger is pain paired with fear, you can't get rid of the pain. And since you're not dealing with it, it's going to grow. And since the pain is going to grow, the fear is going to grow too, because it's a wound. It's a mental wound. The thing about mental wounds, you have to treat them mentally by talking to yourself. Talking to yourself or talking to other people or writing. Some form of expression, some form of written expression, or putting words to what you're mentally feeling is expression. Some type of expression. Paint, ain't like painting too. A painting's worth 1,000 words. Like, it's a form of expression. You have to express yourself. You can't just depend on a physical act to help you. No. Expression is not a physical act. It is a physical act, but it's expression. So it has emotions attached to it. Anger is not expression. That's just a feeling. That's an emotion. That's a state of being. Actually, no, anger is a state of being. Because when you have anger, you let the fear consume you. That is anger. Anger is a state of being. You can't just say, I'm angry. Oh, then you are angry, bitch. You yourself, you have the spirit of anger on you. Bitch, I want to talk to you. Bitch, I don't get angry. I don't. I don't allow myself to. When I feel myself, when I feel anger come, because it do hit me. I'm not saying when you are sin, you are still going to be tested by all these emotions. It's just you are now dealing with shit differently, so now you move different. You feel me? You feel me? So yeah, you have to move different. So I move different. When I get angry, I say, okay, God, remove the anger and let me deal with the pain. Like, I just have to stop and say, God, remove the anger from me. Let me deal with this pain. Because I'm angry for a reason. Let me deal with it real quick. I don't know if somebody here, it wasn't meant for you then, baby. I'm just saying, I'm not going to go back and try to, nah. Keep watching. You'll catch up. So the mind becomes an Acnestis to the mind until the act is executed. So even after you execute it, you're still going to feel that pain. Because you're not expressing. Retaliation is not expression. It's not. And it will never replace expression. Retaliation will never replace expression. It will never. Because retaliation is just moving through emotions. But no, retaliation is hiding the true emotions, but presenting the emotions that you are want other people to see. So you don't want people to see the pain, but you want people to see the anger. That's what retaliation is expression, is showcasing, putting on a mask and showcasing what you want the outer world to see, but not showing the true pain inside. And it's okay to feel pain. We all have to go through it. I'm not telling you, all lessons are learned through pain, and that's something I had to learn. All of my life lessons were learned through pain. But it's just what you attach to them tears coming down your face. Real shit. Like, you talk yourself, when you start crying, just start talking to yourself. Like, tell yourself what you're crying for. Don't be just crying out here. Tell yourself what you're crying for. Give yourself that release. Give yourself that love. Because that's self-love. That is self-love. Telling yourself, hey, we crying because she cheated on me. She betrayed me. She betrayed my loyalty. She betrayed my love. And it could be he, but I'm just saying. I'm just talking. She betrayed my loyalty. They betrayed my loyalty. They betrayed my love. All that. But I know I'm still a solid person. Because before you got angry, you loved yourself. Before you got angry, you loved yourself. But then you got triggered. And then you let fear of getting triggered again carry you. Y'all gotta redirect the way y'all act. That's when Nip said, you have to reassess the way we react. He also said, let me just recite it. We have to reassess the way we react. That's why I think YG was a genius. Because YG makes music that says self-empowerment. YG does make self-empowerment music. And real shit. Why is this coming to mind? It says, he said, because the white folks don't. But it's true. Like, these are people that, if you listen to Nip's got a song, Rap Niggas. Like, y'all have to really listen to it. Like, listen to these people. I ain't gonna lie, listen to a lot of rappers. Offset, Duke Deuce, YG, Nipsey Hussle. Who else? Young and May. Man, that's a beast right there. Who else? I mean, it's just different, right? These are prophetic rappers, though. These are people that tell their story. Gucci, Walktober. That shit right there. He got a song called Bucking the System. That's my shit. Highly recommended. It's highly recommended. He got a song called Highly Recommended. That's highly recommended. And if y'all watch this whole video, y'all straight. Because I swear I be getting off subject. But it be saying what I say. I be talking. But then we have, anger is a coping mechanism to convince the individual they are facing their emotions instead of what is actually happening. Running. That is true. Like, reinstating what I've been saying. It's a coping mechanism. You believe that, oh, I'm happy because I did something. I'm happy because I killed her, so I'm good. Or I'm happy because I went on a killing spree. I'm happy because, I caused pain to an outside source, so I'm happy now. No. Inflicting pain is something the human race is very good at, but it doesn't replace love. And I was talking to somebody about that. The human race is very cool. It's the coolest. We're really the animals on the planet. Real shit. Just being honest. Animals don't torture other animals. That's something the human mind does. And we think it's okay because we validate it by anger. Most serial killers had traumatic backgrounds, and they choose victims that represent the people that triggered them. Like, let's say a serial. Let's give an example. Zodiac. I mean, not name no killers, but let's say a killer, a serial killer. Mother abused him. Let's say it's a him. Mother abused him. She was a brunette woman that, let's say, used to beat him. The killer themselves, they choose brunette women and brutally beat them, rape them, and then kill them and dispose of them like trash. Now, psychologically, they going to that victimology, they choose that person because they represent the true trigger, and they do everything they want to do to the true trigger to that person. That is a representation of anger, letting anger consume you, because the serial killer is so fearful of reliving their childhood that they get validation by retaliation and killing that other person and killing that brunette woman. She had no connection to them, no nothing. Didn't know her from a can of damn paint, but he felt the need to do that because he had emotional triggers within himself. It's all a mental game. Oh yeah, I'm very into. Ooh. Sorry, my plaque. I love this. I'll read this at the end of my Should I start reading that? I wish I can. Probably start reading at the beginning of my videos. It's a very beautiful poem. I love that. Anger is running from the emotional pain by inflicting more pain to self or to others. Like I just said, that's what it is. That's the retaliation. Inflicting pain to others. That's how you feel validated. Because, oh, I feel pain. If I cause somebody else pain, then I'm okay. No, it doesn't work like that. Karma doesn't. Play with karma if you want to. Life a bitch, and she'll show you every motherfucking day if you keep playing with her. Karma a bitch too, but they been that bitch. Or Lil Wayne was prophetic too, and Kevin Gates is a damn prophet too. Lil Wayne said, life is a bitch. She said, stop playing. You know I've been that bitch. You know I've been a bitch. It was on a song called God Took His Time. Took time. God took his time when he made me. With the gun, no safety, period. Okay, let me go. Anger becomes an itch you can never scratch because it only hides the real pain inside. Again. I cannot excruciate this enough. Anger is an emotional wound that you are not tending to. Not saying you are doing it, but I'm giving you an example. So let's say it's not even that deep. Baby mama, and guys, y'all can interchange these titles: baby mama, baby father, he, she, they. Y'all can interchange the pronouns. I'm just giving y'all examples. let's say your baby mama, you did some stupid shit, and she goes spreading your business all to the homies or whatever, just being messy. Retaliation, some people will beat their baby mama. Some people will just leave a bitch. Some people will try to get custody. It's all about how you handle it. Some people just boss up and make that bitch hate. That's what I choose to do. Bitches wanna watch me, give them something to watch. Hey, look. I'm a lockhead. I'm a lockhead. And I do locks. So most people that do hair, especially locks, look, they on our head and they dumb. And I'm cute. And I'm beauty. I ain't cute, I'm beauty. Stop playing with it. Yeah, I do get off the subject, but I really be making valid points. If y'all keep up with the whole video, I know y'all be feeling that love, because I swear I be sitting it. I swear I do. But yeah. So let me read the poem one last time through for you. Acnestis. The reason anger is so hard to control is because it is an emotional pain paired with fear. The emotional pain is so unbearable that the mind fears going through it again. Therefore, the mind triggers an emotional response of anger to validate retaliation. This retaliation becomes an acnestis to the mind until the act is executed. Anger is a coping mechanism to convince the individual they are facing the emotions instead of what is actually happening, running. Anger is running from the emotional pain by inflicting more pain to suffer to others. Anger becomes an itch you can never scratch because it only hides the real pain inside. Come on. Stay with me. Now, that was Thug Therapy. If you like this, then tune in. Just tune in. It will be, this is the first video, but, excuse me, got replaced but with though. I change my vernacular quite frequently because I want to make sure I use the correct terminology when I'm speaking to y'all. So I don't like using but, I like using though. So this is the first video, though. You can it's gonna be with a playlist. And it's gonna, each one of my videos, they have a playlist. So Sunday Best has a playlist. Mental Masterclasses has a playlist. Thug Therapy Poetry has a playlist. So if you wanna watch my other videos throughout time, they will be there for you. And if you like it, subscribe, like, share, comment, all that. If you have any questions, if you feel like this is really resonated with you and helps you through whatever it is, great, shit, leave a comment, leave a like. You can book a session with me. And I can really help walk you through what you're going through and help you deal with your own anger. Because the reason I do these sessions is because I give you an unbiased opinion, and since I am reading your energy, you don't gotta tell me shit. You don't have to tell me your opinion. I'm gonna tell you what the card is telling me. So God, I'm gonna tell you a spiritual view. That's the great thing about these sessions. You get a spiritual view of your situation, so it changes your perspective. In my sessions, I aim to change perspectives to better help you go through your situation. I don't do nothing but give you advice and change your perspective to help you better comprehend what's going on, so you can withdraw your emotions. Because to have an overstanding over a situation, you have to withdraw your emotions, because that is a spiritual view. That's an overstanding of something. So you have to have a spiritual view of what you're doing. And that's what I provide for people. So yes, if you like the booking session, all that good stuff, whatever. Book, all my contact info is down below. If you like this video, share it, comment, all that stuff. I love this, and this is very fun for me. But yeah, thank y'all. Love y'all. Peace, love, and chicken grease.